YouTube? CoolStoryBrobat here with Narrated Wi-Fi. Dang, man, I'm folded. Narrated Showdown battle number 83. This is versus FooPossum. And this is UU. And this was like, I mean, if you look at the UU we have now and the UU from like last week, my team couldn't even be used anymore. So, this is basically the same exact team I used in that PS Live. If you haven't watched the PS Live yet, go watch it right now. I have made a few tweaks to it though. One, Brobaline, instead of Volt Switch, he has Taunt now. It has helped me significantly. Victini now has Expert Belt instead of Choice Band. And yeah, those are the main changes to it. Everything else is the exact same. Still bulky, double dancing Thundurus-T. Physically defensive Swampert with Ice Beam, especially defensive Umbreon, and Brobat with Toxic and Brave Bird and Defog and Roost. So now this is a ladder battle. This battle is ranked, and this is versus FooPossum. And this dude was up there. But you know, you consider the new bans that have taken place in UU. Zygarde got booted, Tornadus-T got booted. Thank goodness, because Tornadus-T he's an annoying douche for real. I hate that thing. But yeah, so basically, his team looks pretty serious here. Now I can see a lot of potential win conditions. Like Sharpedo could clean up once, you know, actually Sharpedo's like the biggest threat to my team right now. Like, all Brobaline has to do is be softened up a bit and Sharpedo runs through it. I think it 2-hit KOs it anyway. And if it has Destiny Bond, then never mind. It just kills some. It's getting a guaranteed kill. Swampert just has to be weakened or killed. And he might have, and his Heracross, you know, if he's Choice Banded Heracross, then my team's going to have a heck of a time with it. If it's Swords Dance Heracross, I'm going to have even more of a heck of a time with it. I mean, if he's not Scarf Heracross, though, then I have offensive answers to it, but my defensive answers kind of get smashed. Like, that's the thing with Heracross. If you don't run Scarf, then, you know, only offensive Pokemon are going to be able to really deal with you. But if you do run Scarf, then only defensive Pokemon are going to be able to deal with you, for real. It's interesting. But, Life Orb Nidoqueen gets up the rocks, and most importantly, it hits everything, but Umbreon still takes it on, even if it has Focus Blast. Zygarde is the reason why I have Ice Beam Swampert, so that should be able to be dealt with pretty easily. And if you sub Coil, then Crobat has Toxic. Tornadus-T, I freaking hate this douche, but he does get set up on by Thundurus-T, which is all good. It sucks that Thundurus-T got banned though. But and Jirachi, I'm not sure what his Jirachi could be. One could assume Scarf, but you never know because he has Heracross here, and like I said, you just never know. And then he has Sharpedo with Speed Boost here, so you might not even be using a Scarf user. But anyway, let me shut up now and let us begin. So he leads off with his Nidoqueen. I lead off with Thundurus-T and immediately switch out to Umbreon as he gets up his rocks. He goes for a Sludge Wave, which does like 32% to me. Pretty respectable damage. A Foul Play doesn't seem to really do much here. I go for a Wish just to, you know, be preemptive. I go for Protect because I'm trying to pretend he's choiced. But he instead goes for the Swords Dance. I just had to be real and stay in because mainly I don't need Umbreon for his team really. And I figured he was going to predict Crobat or something else to switch in. So I go for the Foul Play on it. And even if he did predict and go for the Close Combat, then I could have just came back with Brobat and just killed it anyway. That's kind of the pain about SD Heracross, is how slow it is. But I figured he's going to switch to Jirachi, so I used Defog to clear the Stealth Rock, switch out to V for Vendetta, but he catches me with that Shadow Ball. Good play. I did not expect some type of special Jirachi to come at me. I still decide to stay in and go for the V-Create, and it kills his Heracross off. And he gets to switch to Tornadus-T, which he named Underscore for some reason. I send him Brobaline to take the Acrobatics, but I'm kind of wary of Heat Wave at the same time. He taunts me, and I go for Iron Head. I mean, I could have gotten up my Stealth Rock, but I really didn't want to. I just wanted to do as much damage as possible. I actually was thinking, you know, what if he uses Taunt? No, I did not expect Taunts. I forget why. I just Iron Headed. But I knew he was going to U-turn out and go to Jirachi this time, so I did go for the Close Combat just to make sure it hits it significantly harder so I'm not wall flat. And now I set up my Stealth Rock since the Taunt wore off, and I knew he was going to kill me after I got up my rocks because of the Close Combat defense drop. So now I send in Victini again, and he sends in his Zygarde with a name I'm not going to attempt to pronounce, and I V-Create. He tanks it pretty nicely, and he switches back out and goes into Nidoqueen again as I go into Swampert. And he goes for a Stealth Rock here, thinking I'm going to switch out. I have no real answers to this thing. I know I could take a hit. I go for the Earthquake on it. He sends in his Jirachi once again. I send in Brobat, taking the Energy Ball. Now, I actually predicted Grass Knot or something, because I figure if he's Special Jirachi, he might run that just to beat Bulky Waters. I go for the Defog to clear the hazards out. He kills me with Side Shock. Fortunately, I mean, the only other thing Crobat was really going to take on his team was Tornadus-T, because it outruns it. But, you know, I let Crobat die, but I got rid of the rocks, so I have an easier time. I bring in Thundurus-T on his Tornadus-T, take the knockoff, use the agility here, and I'll just go for the Thunderbolt. I honestly wanted to go for a nasty plot, but if I did go for the nasty plot, I could have pulled it off, but it wasn't worth it. So he Side Shocks me, and then I barely live. Go for another Thunderbolt. He catches me by switching into Zygarde. I almost went for HP Ice, but I didn't want to over predict it. I let him kill it off with extreme speed. Send in Wheaties. He goes for the Outrage. Doesn't do much. I go for the Ice Beam. Finish off his Zygarde with ease. And now this pretty much goes into a 50-50 here. He predicted me to switch to Victini, expecting Grass Knot. And if I did switch, he would have killed my Victini, and then he would have killed my Swampert with Energy Ball. I mean, why keep saying Grass Knot? Energy Ball. But I decided to stay in and go for the, what was it? I can't even remember. I stayed in, went for Earthquake, killed his Jirachi, he sent in Sharpedo. I managed to survive the waterfall, finish it off with an Earthquake. That last turn was a legitimate 50-50, to be honest with you. But in my defense though, I honestly think that staying in with Swampert was the better of the two plays, because even if he killed me with Energy Ball, I got a free switch to Victini, and I'm not sure if he had max speed timid or not. The fact he kept switching out Jirachi every time, he might have been a set that doesn't run max speed, so I could have definitely won the speed tie, killed him with V-Create or even Bolt Strike, because I do think I was at the range where I could have killed him with Bolt Strike, and then after that, Sharpedo, even if he used Protect, well, no, Sharpedo did use Protect, never mind. But, yeah, basically it was a 50-50. The battle literally came down to a coin flip, because it was either Sharpedo would have clutched it if he predicted correctly, or Jirachi would have clutched it if I predicted wrongly. In a nutshell, that's what it boiled down to, but I managed to get I managed to make the advantageous play both times, and just barely won that. Good game, FooPossum. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. UU has drastically changed once again. By drastically, I mean we had only a few bans on Zygarde, Tornadus-T, and Houndoomite has been confirmed to be UU now. So Mega Houndoom is legal in UU for the time being. Yeah, that's mainly it. And since the uploading of this video, Thundurus-T has been banned, so I had to pretty much scrap my team and start all over again. But yeah, let me shut up now, because I'm kind of going on. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and favorite, and peace.